Welcome to this session on electronic crimes and incidents for the computer science students of Universita Utara Malaysia, presented by Dr. Jabar al-Naliki. As developers and engineers, recognizing how technology is exploited carries the same weight as knowing how to construct it. Secure architecture requires a precise understanding of the methods used to dismantle it. Modern society relies on networks, cloud platforms, and automation. This pervasive dependence on digital infrastructure creates a lucrative and active environment for illicit activity. This lecture establishes a technical taxonomy of these threats. We will define the boundary between operational network issues and illegal acts, using a three-part system architecture for threat analysis. Writing clean code is insufficient if you overlook the mechanics of cybercrime. Engineering software without analyzing how threat actors operate leaves those systems vulnerable to real-world exploitation. System monitoring frequently reveals anomalies, traffic spikes, and flagged user behaviors that require immediate attention from network administrators. These events are classified as electronic incidents. An incident is any suspicious, harmful, or unauthorized event involving digital systems or networks. Many incidents require triage, but do not meet the criteria for a crime. Examples include accidental data deletion, an unauthorized USB drive, or a localized malware alert. An electronic crime is an act that violates the law, where digital systems are utilized as a target, a tool, or the environment of the offense. This matrix clarifies the operational boundary. An electronic incident is a suspicious event managed through triage and containment. An electronic crime is an illegal act that demands investigation and formal legal action. The differing response protocols separate internal IT troubleshooting from external legal prosecution. Moving an event from the incident category to the crime category requires a specific engineering mechanism. Digital forensics acts as this bridge, proving malicious intent and recovering the artifacts required to meet a legal standard. A massive spike in network traffic is operational noise until forensic investigators extract the specific digital evidence necessary to prove a deliberate, orchestrated attack. For a threat actor to successfully execute an electronic crime, several specific conditions must align. We analyze these conditions using this mathematical model. Electronic crime risk equals means plus motive plus opportunity. Means refers to the specific tools and attack vectors utilized, such as exploit kits, network scanners, and ransomware payloads. Motive is the driver behind the attack. Financial gain shows a clear statistical dominance over factors like political ideology, corporate espionage, or personal revenge. Opportunity encompasses the systemic vulnerabilities that permit an attack. These include missing multi-factor authentication, weak password policies, and outdated software. Threat actors obscure their identities through VPNs, proxies, and anonymous networks. Because they remain hidden, defenders cannot easily eliminate an attacker's means or their motives. Attackers also benefit from the speed and scale of automation. A single script can launch phishing campaigns against thousands of targets in seconds. Since you cannot control the tools or desires of an adversary, the engineering focus must be the aggressive elimination of the opportunity variable through secure system architecture. To categorize the vast range of electronic crimes, we analyze the functional role the technology plays during the offense. This system-centric framework classifies technology as a target, a tool, or a source of evidence. In crimes against systems, the technology infrastructure itself is the direct target. This category includes hacking and unauthorized access. Attackers bypass authentication protocols to gain control over a device or to sabotage restricted databases. Malware-related crimes involve viruses, worms, and ransomware, compiled to encrypt files, spy on users, or destroy system functionality. Distributed denial-of-service attacks also target the infrastructure. These attacks weaponize network traffic to overload and crash servers. In target-based crimes, the hardware and network architecture are the direct victims. Surviving these assaults requires building deep structural defense mechanisms into the infrastructure. The second classification focuses on crimes using systems, where technology serves as the delivery mechanism for the offense. The offender leverages the scale of digital networks to commit traditional offenses with increased speed and anonymity. Financial crimes utilize this model. Phishing campaigns, fake e-commerce stores, and business email compromise scams all use technology to deceive victims and extract capital. This pillar also includes interpersonal crimes. Digital platforms facilitate stalking, harassment, and sexual exploitation through grooming and sextortion. Intellectual property theft and digital piracy follow the same pattern. The Internet provides a frictionless distribution mechanism for stolen source code or pirated media. The technical barrier to entry for tool-based crimes is often low. Attackers frequently rely on social engineering and manipulation rather than advanced coding. These crimes scale traditional human greed and hostility into global, automated, and instantaneous threats. The final category addresses offenses where the core criminal act occurs in the physical world. These are crimes evidenced by systems. The act itself is offline, but digital devices contain the traces required to prove the offense. Mundane data provides critical evidence. Mobile phone GPS logs can place a suspect at the exact location of a homicide or a kidnapping. Email trails and messaging metadata are used to prove the coordination behind transnational drug trafficking and corporate corruption. Investigating these crimes introduces jurisdictional complexity. The physical crime scene may be in one country, while the critical data is stored on a cloud server in another. Because digital systems are always connected, they provide a persistent, objective record of human behavior. Identifying how an investigator navigates across these three pillars is essential during a crisis. Regardless of the category, threat actors will attempt to hide their activity by deleting system logs or manipulating stored data. The mandate of digital forensics is to reconstruct accurate timelines, identify the behavior of the attacker, and properly preserve fragile digital artifacts. This methodical process differs from the immediate goals of cybersecurity triage, which focuses on stopping a live attack. Without standardized forensic protocols, the classification of a crime remains theoretical. Forensics provides the empirical evidence that makes legal attribution possible. For the computer science students of UUM, this analytical model clearly clarifies your professional responsibilities as future software engineers. Human motivation is beyond your control. However, system design determines the opportunity for an attack. Proactive software development must eliminate weak security controls, such as poor backups and cloud misconfigurations, during the initial design phase. Understanding the functional role of an electronic crime equips you to design systems that anticipate and mitigate these specific threats. Mastering this taxonomy provides the analytical framework necessary to secure modern digital infrastructure.